In one of the worst shootings in Wisconsin history, 5 people were killed Wednesday by a gunman during a rampage on the Milwaukee campus of Molson Coors. The gunman died by suicide, bringing the total of known dead so far to 6. Initial accounts from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel indicated at least 7 had died, but that number has since been clarified. The suspect was a 51-year-old Milwaukee man who died from a fatal gunshot wound, Milwaukee Police Chief Alfonso Morales said. Molson Coors CEO Gavin Hattersley called the shooter an active brewery employee. Unfortunately, I am devastated to share that we lost 5 other members of our family in this tragic incident, he said in an email sent to employees. He said the office would be closed the rest of the week and the brewery shuttered for the time being to give people time to cope. The scene was chaotic 2 hours after the initial report of an active shooter. Live video showed an officer in body armor getting an assault rifle out of a car. Were on the scene. Helicopters hovered near the sprawling complex, which includes corporate offices and brewing facilities. The killer's motive is unknown and names of the victims have not yet been released. There were 5 individuals who went to work today, just like everybody goes to work, and they thought they were going to go to work, finish their day and return to their families. They didn't, and tragically they never will, Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett said. The sprawling Miller Valley campus includes a 160-year-old brewery, underground caves, a Bavarian-style inn and a seasonal outdoor beer garden. We are all a family. We work a lot of hours together, so we're all very sad, said Selena Kirka, a brewery employee who went with friends to a local bar to talk about what happened after the shooting. She was about to start her shift when the complex went on lockdown and she was turned away. President Donald Trump addressed the shooting at an early evening press conference, saying, "Our hearts break for them and their loved ones. We send our condolences. It's a terrible thing, terrible thing." So our hearts go out to the people of Wisconsin and to the families. Alderman Russell Stamper said in a statement that the vile and heinous deadly violence that was perpetrated at the brewery complex today has no place in our society and makes no sense. The shooting comes just after the anniversary of a deadly shooting in Aurora, Illinois. Where that community remembered the tragedy in a special remembrance. On Friday, February 15, 2019, an employee opened fire in the Henry Pratt manufacturing plant in Aurora, killing 5 co-workers and injuring 6 other people, including 1 worker and 5 policemen. After a 90-minute shootout, officers killed the gunman. The cold disregard for human lives and the lack of value for human life that was shown must be categorically denounced across Milwaukee, across Wisconsin and throughout our nation, Stamper said. Molson Coors Beverage Co. was formerly known as Miller Coors, before a 2019 name change. James Boyle spoke with the Journal Sentinel. He said his wife, LaSonia Ragdales, works at Molson Coors in the claims department. She has been told that there is an active shooter and she is locked in a room with co-workers. She was texting him from inside the building. Paramedic units from Milwaukee and West Allis were dispatched to the scene along with officers from the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office, Marquette University. S. Marshals, officials with the FBI and the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives were also on the scene. Multiple nearby schools were locked down. At Woodland School, Andre Kimbrough said his son was still inside the building. Kimbrough said he, along with many other parents, went to pick up their children at the end of school around 3:15 p.m. but got a call from school officials about the lockdown. Many parents were circling the block waiting for an all clear. He felt good that the kids were safe inside. I'm more worried about how they feel, Kimbrough said. They must be kind of freaking out. Molson Coors Beverage Company, which operates Miller Coors, on October 30th announced plans to close the Denver office and relocate hundreds of corporate support jobs to the Milwaukee office, 3939W. Corporate functions based there include human resources, financing and information technology. Also, the main brewery on West State Street and the smaller, recently expanded brewery together have 750 jobs. The restructuring announced last fall is designed to cut costs, with 400 to 500 jobs being eliminated throughout Molson Coors. The consolidation also will bring together employees in central locations so they can better work together. Molson Coors has seen continuing sales declines as it faces steadily increasing competition from craft brewers, as well as other makers of alcoholic drinks. Its recent name change, from Molson Coors Brewing Company, reflects increased investment in cider, seltzer and other alcoholic drinks. Before Wednesday's shooting, there had been 3 mass killings nationwide in 2020, with 12 total victims. All have been shootings. In 2019, there were 44 mass killings, with 224 total victims. The Associated Press USA Today Northeastern University Mass Killings Database tracks all U.S. homicides since 2006 involving 4 or more people killed over 24 hours regardless of weapon, location, victim-offender relationship or motive. The last mass shooting in the Milwaukee area was in August 2012. When white supremacist Wade Michael Page fatally shot 6 people and wounded 4 others at a Sikh temple in suburban Oak Creek. Page killed himself after being wounded in a shootout with police. The worst mass shooting in the area in the past 20 years was in 2005, when 7 people were killed and 4 wounded at a church service in Brookfield, a Milwaukee suburb. The shooter killed himself.